Well, today we're just having a little cruise around. It's a Sunday afternoon and we thought, let's go to Saffron Walden, town very close to Bishop Stortford, where I was born. And here we have this incredible, remains of a Norman keep. This was built about 1141 by Geoffrey de Mandeville. Now, he was a very powerful man in this area. And this is at the time of the English Civil War, at the time when King Stephen was on the throne. And King Stephen and Geoffrey de Mandeville were really, they were having a right old battle, and they lost. Geoffrey de Mandeville lost this keep in 1143. But he tried to regain it, but he didn't. And sadly, he died a year after that. So, but what have we got here? We've got this wonderful place that's actually been restored over the past few years. You can see here, this is only about 2 stories. There was another story above, and I think that had windows in, because you can see as we go round, it's solid. They've done some beautiful restoration work. In here, this must have been an entrance, because there's no other access in. It's a wonderful room. Then we come round here. We've got buttresses here. Again, there's been some repair, but it's been done very well. Look at this, lovely. It's been a few years since I've been here, and just down the road, it's amazing. So this is the main entrance, and you can see here that where we are on the ground level, there was another level underneath. Sadly, we can't go in. Hopefully, they will be open to the public. And here, this is how it would have looked. Much higher than what stood there. We've got about there now. That's still not bad. I mean, they've been pinching rubble from this place for hundreds of years, but they didn't take it all, thankfully. We've got beautiful engraving here of how it would have looked in the 18th century. And here's a nice photograph taken in 95. Now, I remember in the 90s, you could still go in here, sit around it, climb the walls, and of course that's the trouble. That's why it's closed down, because you don't want to break down any more of this. This is a beautiful example of a Norman keep. You had Inner Bailey, which would have been around for where this wall is, and then an Outer Bailey that follows right the way round, quite massive, goes over to the common and goes right the way round. So you've got to use the imagination there, but what a lovely place. Well, we find ourselves in the village of Ashdon and this wonderful 12th, 13th century church, and I'm just standing here on the west side of the tower, and look at this gorgeous door, and these timbers are absolutely medieval, beautiful, gorgeous door. I'm about 6'2", so that's quite a good height door actually for a church of this period. And over here, this is absolutely got these lovely Roman roof tiles. There must have been some Roman building around here, and look at the design, and they've put these stones and then a 3-string course of tiles and then these lovely napped flints. Beautiful design, absolutely lovely. And look at this south porch is absolutely marvellous. We've got medieval windows. These have actually had some repair, but you can see that this is sort of 14th century. And these, they're not thick enough for brick. These look like floor tiles. They look like medieval floor tiles to me. They're just about 1.5 inches, 30 odd millimetre thickness. Wonderful. Let's have a look round here. Now this is the entrance. This would have been used for, most of the congregation on this south door. You don't use this one now. Use the north porch. The north porch was actually known as the Devil's Door. It was only really used for bringing in coffins, during funerals, and but most of the time it was the south. So here on the east side, you see we've got this later 14th century aisle, and then this is the chancel wall. You can see here there was once a window there. We've got later Victorian buttresses here, and then we come round here, we've got a massive chancel window, a lovely mixture of flint and rubble. A lovely old window here, bit of a Tudor brick capping over it, but that's definitely a nice trefoil topped 13th century window. Apparently these bottom stones here, although reused, are Saxon. They would have actually, so there would have been a Saxon church here. There's record of one in the 9th century. And up here, we've got a little priest door here, and he was a little priest. Lovely old window, and then we've got, you see the timbers that will go through to support the ceiling in the chancel. Trefoil topped twin splayed medieval window on the north porch. This is the Devil's Door. Let's go and have a look. Now sadly, this one's locked up, but at least we've had a look on the outside of another one of our wonderful medieval English churches. Great.